Hi Capricorn, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-February 2025 love reading. Thank you to those of you who have liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the bridging the gap spread, and the way it works is look at the past, present, future energies between you and a main love interest. Once we get through all that, we'll pull some oracle cards as well for some additional insight. After the bridging the gap dynamic comes into play. As far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. And also keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as your energy and the cards on the right as the other person's. If you feel like it's the way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the Queen of Staves. So this is actually an Aries energy here. But I get with this primarily, you could just be saying that you might have felt a really strong attraction for this person. You know, you might have felt like the connection between the two of you flowed naturally, right? So it could have just been a strong pull that you were feeling toward this person. All right, past energy on their side, we have Temperance. So this is a Sagittarius energy here. So could just be saying maybe for some of you might have first crossed paths with each other during Sagittarius season, or possibly even while traveling. But given that we see the artwork here where it looks like they're in a bar, could also just be saying that the first time the two of you connected, maybe there were some drinks involved, right? So maybe you weren't totally sober when you first crossed paths, but it looks like the attraction was there for sure. All right, present energy on your side, we have the Two of Pentacles. So this actually is a Capricorn energy here. So definitely you guys can be feeling this strong, given that's one of your cards. But could be saying that now you might feel like the feelings run hot and cold, right? When we look at the two coins, we see the one heart there is red, and the other one almost has this icy color to it, right? So you could just feel like on one day you might be like, yeah, I'm really attracted to this person. The next day you're like, I don't know. So could just be seeing your feelings go back and forth, possibly even regarding whether or not you think it could actually turn into a commitment, right? Because the attraction is one thing, but to actually turn that into a commitment is another story. All right, present energy on their side, we have the Knight of Swords. So yeah, so for some of you, maybe it's something about the way they communicate that you might find a little excessive for your liking. You know, stands out to me with the artwork here. We see the sword, and then we see there's actually some feathers resting on it. So it could just be saying maybe their first impression that they might give you sometimes when they communicate is that they have a bit more of a harsh style of communicating. But given that we do see the feathers sitting on the sword, to me that says that they do have a softer side. So it could just be one of those things where, you know, maybe the more you get to know them, you realize that. But that's what I see with that. All right, future energy on your side, we have the Ace of Coins. So yeah, so to me this looks like this is saying that with time you will actually feel like the feelings grow for this person and you would be more open to the idea of pursuing a connection with them. But given that it's an ace, I feel like this is saying, you know, you won't necessarily put a lot of pressure on yourself to make it happen, but I feel like this is saying at the very least you'll be a lot more open toward it and not really feeling guarded about it. All right, and future energy on their side, we have the Seven of Swords. So yeah, so I feel like this is saying ultimately they might realize that yeah, sometimes with the way they do communicate, maybe it can cause issues in their relationships from time to time. So for example, let's say maybe it's like a bit of an anxiety thing for them, right? So for example, if you the first time you met them there were drinks involved, maybe they were feeling a lot more relaxed, right? So they didn't necessarily struggle as much with the communication, but then when you meet them more often and in sober settings where you're like, oh, hold on a second, you know, this person seems a little different than I remembered. So yeah, it could just be one of those things where they might realize that, okay, yeah, maybe sometimes the way I communicate does give people the wrong impression of me, right? So it feels like that's saying that these one of these things you might have to work on. All right, bottom of the deck on your side, we have the Ten of Coins. So yeah, so to me this is another indicator that says that you do seem to be open to the idea of this connection actually being something that could last over time. But again, like I said, I feel like you're just not giving yourself a whole lot of pressure around it. Like, hey, you know, if it happens, cool. If not, I'm good with that too. All right, and bottom of the deck on their side, we have strength. So this is Leo energy here. And yeah, and this could just be saying that maybe for some of you, maybe that is why they feel that way with their communication, because they might be trying to get out of you. Well, how are you feeling, right? And what we were just talking about, it sounds like your energy is giving off the energy of playing it cool, right? So maybe that might bother them because maybe they like to feel more sure of how the other person feels until they feel fully comfortable opening up. So that could be the issue, So it could just be one of those things where, again, like I said, especially if the first time the two of you met, if there were drinks involved, they were feeling more relaxed and flowing with the communication. But then once you're out of that setting, right, they might feel like, oh, how's Capricorn feeling, right? And if they feel that kind of wishy-washy energy from you, they might not feel as comfortable expressing their softer side, So that could be what's been causing the issue to this point. But we'll see what the Oracle cards add to the mix. First, we'll see what we get from the Messages of Love Oracle card deck. I did pre-shuffle this deck, but I'll give it a few more shuffles, and then we'll cut the deck and pull a card. Okay. And then we'll take this card here. And then next we'll do the same thing with the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. So I pre-shuffled this deck as well, but we'll give it a few more shuffles, cut the deck and pull a card. Actually had this one flip over, but we'll still pull one as well. So let me put this down, and let's see. I'll take this card here, get this out of the way, and we'll take a look at that Messages of Love card first. All right, we have forgiveness. It says forgiving yourself or another will help you move forward. It's an interesting message there, right? Now, I do have to say there's nothing that points to a conflict between the two of you. So the way it says forgiving yourself or another will help you move forward, maybe this is saying that that's more of the energy that this person needs to embody, right? Like I said, if they're hard on themselves, if they do struggle with communication sometimes, and then, they get anxiety around that, maybe that's more pointing to them. But next from Wisdom Oracle, we have exchanging gifts. There's the artwork and the numbers 27. We'll see what this has to say. Right, the relationship message says love is an exchange of life force energy between two beings. It grows exponentially when it's reciprocated. You must give and receive in order for love to flourish and abundance to flow between you. Spirit wants you to start accepting all the blessings waiting for you, as well as offer the same gift in return. Open your heart and allow it to be filled. Let love in and let it flow out of you too. Love is truly yours today. So yeah, definitely an interesting message there, right? Because like I said, on the one hand, it seems like this person might get a little anxious in some ways, and then for you, it seems like you're more trying to play it cool, right? So maybe it's saying that, well, both of you could be playing a role in how the energy is getting a little bit blocked up, right? Whereas in the past, if there were loosened inhibitions and everything could have flowed more. Now it's saying in the day-to-day, you guys could be causing blockages together. All right, and we have regeneration. There's the artwork, numbers 46, and we'll see what this has to say. All right, the relationship message says the world is based on connections and relationships. No matter what loss has occurred in the past or even now, death and endings are only illusions. There is life after death, love after loss, and in this moment you are radiating the regenerative life force energy that makes you irresistible to love in all forms. Now is the time when you will see evidence of this new emergence. Can you feel it? Love is rising up to greet you. So yeah, so to me, regeneration seems to point to, like I said, it seemed like in the past the connection might have been flowing a little bit more smoothly between the two of you. Now in the present, it's like the hot and the cold energy. This person gets a little anxious, right? So it could just be saying that as time goes on and you guys just let the connection flow a little bit more, you might actually see improvement in the connection. But hopefully that resonates for you guys to wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right.